to all, and I'm grateful to all for being a part of our channel this long. For today's discussion, we have a new topic, that is dating. Dating, as we discussed in the previous episode, is a part of premarital relationship. And today we have Pastor Renit Raju to be with us to have an open-ended discussion on the same. So, welcome Pastor Renit Raju to this episode, and today we are going to discuss regarding dating. So, what is your understanding on the concept of dating and the public view on the same?
So this is like one of the most important topics of this millennial period.
Yes.
So dating is, if I would say dating in one word, it's like a normal ongoing process that happens every day for almost for not the teens but people who have almost finished their teens and reached to their adulthood.
Yes.
So but it's not that teens don't do it. So what my general understanding worldview of dating is to getting to know a person or to get into an agreement with that person, now that I would like to know you
Yes.
better in an individual perspective, where I will take you out, spend time with you, get connect to you, that may be physically, emotionally, and opening up to you at different portals. So that is what a worldview of dating is. And if you'll ask me from an individual perspective, as I am a Christian as well as an assistant pastor in a church, so what my understanding and what my belief that formed an understanding is that dating might be good from outside, but the intentions are sometimes that creates hindrance for it.
Correct.
So we might start up getting to know a person. Some people, I would say, maybe for a couple of months they might date someone, they might be dating someone, or some people I've heard them dating for 6 years.
Yes.
So for a long run, when you are with someone, you kind of are not in a relationship, but you don't title it as a relationship.
Right.
So dating from my perspective is wrong. The reason why is because you don't have boundaries.
Correct.
You don't keep boundaries. So that is what my understanding about dating is. What's your understanding for it?
So, according to me, dating is a romantic relationship
Mhm.
or a love-making relationship,
Mhm.
because the person whom I am going for dating is the person whom I'm interested with.
True.
Or I can go with a stranger, but my intention is to make him a partner
Mhm.
for my future life.
Yeah.
So I may be checking my compatibility or
Mhm.
my suitability with that particular person.
Yeah.
So by the end, I have an intention to keep him as part of my life,
Mhm.
and this is a checking period.
Yeah.
So it can be a short period or it can be a prolonged period based on my thought process.
True.
So this is what is the meaning of the concept dating.
So what you said is very true. Romance and all stuff. But in that all venture, we need to understand that our sole reason of going to date is to find that one person?
See, Renan, there can be various reasons for a person to go for dating.
True.
If you actually search in Google or if you ask the public, they have n number of reasons to support dating.
Yeah.
That is, they need to know the compatibility, or they want to know how much good is the communication skill, or how much that person can throw tantrums at you.
Mhm.
But from my experience or the experience with various cases, what I find that dating is very important for so many people,
Mhm.
because they want to be accepted by someone.
Yeah.
I'm like this, I may cry like this,
True.
I'm happy for this, I want to have my own lonely place. So this kind of my own agenda, I'm going to make the next person to be accepted, and both are comfortable in their own space.
True.
So this is one of the reasons I feel that people go for dating, because once a person attains puberty, or once they come to at the age of 15 to 16, they feel to have a partner for themselves, and the media is also projecting the need of a partner, because it is projected that a partner or a person to date is fun.
Yeah.
So everyone in this world want to have fun.
True.
So that can be another reason for people to go, because all are doing, so I also want to do it, because it can be due to peer pressure, or it's a kind of thing I have. So the next point what we can think is, if you see most of the families, even though it is not broken from outside, it can be broken inside.
True.
And as I always tell, the children are the witness of the family. They're really understanding what is the condition or what is the foul smell inside the house. So from that, the children is understanding. Since my parents did not get an opportunity to date and know each other, this thing is happening. So
Yeah.
this also make them to go for a dating, to know the spouse or the partner better before entering into the next level of relationship, that is marriage. Now the point what I feel that people want similar taste. So this is also another thing children may be thinking, that if the father is of one type, the mother may be extremely opposite.
Yeah.
So they want similar partners, that a dancer needs a dancer,
True.
a trekking person needs the similar taste person, a person like to travel and have fun, want to have a partner who can enjoy life than being a burden or luggage for the spouse.
True.
So I think these are some of the reasons people, these are some of the core points why people go for a dating, because they feel that's a need of the relationship. What do you think, Rinat?
So, as you said, is absolutely right. One of the points that I would like to hold on to you and would like to proceed is what happens in our family.
Right.
So, as you said, kids witness everything what happens in a family. So, when millennials they have grown, we in this time we have seen a lot of families that are broken.
Yes.
Broken in the sense not just separated, but having clashes in their family and they not sorting it out.
Correct.
And because of that, they know if we don't get along with someone, what will happen, because marriage is something that is a covenant. You cannot break it just because you don't get along with it.
Right.
So for a millennial in this coming generation, knowing a person, so let's take for example, this is a pandemic time.
Right.
We are unable to get out.
Right.
We are unable to meet someone, spend time with someone. So if today if this prolongs for a very long time, we will have a generation who might start dating because they don't meet anyone.
Yes. Yes.
So for them to make them understand, so one of the reasons I would say is family situations, the void that has happened in individual's life. So void could be very different. The void that I have I have might be different. Something I might have a void of care. I've never got care. So my reason of dating a person, dating that particular individual, is because the way he cared for me
Yes.
at some point of time. So I thought, oh, if he cared for me, that means he kind of has feelings for me. So if I'll try to grow up in that stage, he might take care of me. So so when I go back home, I'm not able to get that care. But when I'm with that person, I'm getting, so my void is getting filled. Second reason I think that many people that get into dating is for hookups.
Right.
This is like those I would say darker side, but yet people do it as a casual sense.
Right.
For them, hookups, one night stands, those are very casual thing. For them, somewhere down the line, they are exposed to sexual explicit at a very young age, and for them to get a partner and get them kind of intimacy, for them intimacy or care is what it feels to be loved.
Right.
So I feel these are the two reasons why millennials get into dating. I wouldn't say this is the core reasons, but these are some of the reasons that millennials get into dating. And I would say it's like playing with knife.
Right.
If you don't, dating is something that if you don't do it right, if you don't have proper boundaries, you're going to hurt yourself. So this is what I feel. And what do you think if someone who is watching, okay, now we are telling that dating is wrong. So what if someone has taken that step and is dating someone?
Right.
It's written, it's like we are billions and billions of people in this world.
Right.
There might be at least 1,000 people who might have. So how will someone come out of it, or how should someone look from that angle if they are dating?
If you are in a relationship, you need to understand that you should not be trapped, because all these emotions, if ends up in a toxic relationship, you are really hurt. So some of the things what we can think about a bad relationship, or it's a trap, that if your routine is affected very badly,
No.
think twice. That means you're not sleeping. Nowadays there are a lot of dating apps like Tinder, and there are so many other apps where you can really connect to people, and connecting people really drain out your time first. So this is first thing we need to understand, that your time is taken away, your sleep is taken away, and your if you're studying, your interest of studies has been moved out, or if you're working, your concentration has been moved out. That means your focus has been deviated. This is one of the things we need to understand, that the other person is not bothered about what is your routine.
Yeah.
So this we need to be a little careful about. The second thing we need to understand, that if there is an emotional drainage in you,
Yeah.
if you're hanging around with that person,
True.
mainly this kind of scene you can see in a person, or the person whom you are hanging around is moody. That means one day he'll be very happy,
Yeah.
third day he will be back to an anger mode, whereas every day you need to think how to deal with this particular person.
True.
So this kind of behavior can really affect you. Then being possessive,
Yeah.
so that is very bad in a relationship, because once you're possessive about your partner, you are not giving the freedom to that person even to talk or look in such a way that he can be free to talk.
True.
Because this is the kind of the weight that the other person is keeping on your back, that you're scared to look at anyone else. So this kind of possessiveness will go to the next level of dominant character of the spouse on you. So this is the second thing we need to be taken care. Then another point what we can explain in an emotional draining us, the parental acceptance. So one of the main issues what most of the parents, especially from traditional background, has, they are not into dating or the modern way of dealing with people.
Conventional method.
Yes. So what is the problem? We need to understand that tomorrow when we become parents, we understand why our parents were like this, because our parents were scared of the traps we can be in.
Yeah.
And as a small word to the public, parental blessings we need all the time, because we are carrying our inheritance. How much ever illiterate they are, how much ever bad they are, understand parents are a blessings to us. So their acceptance is also needed when we are going with a person, because we have someone to lean upon if something happens to that particular relationship. The next point we can think about is, if the person is so good to you that you feel that he's wearing a mask to you,
Yeah.
understand, you are in trap. That means whatever you're asking, he is giving to you, or putting music all the time, or giving gestures that he's so much concerned about you. And we can see the lovers crossing the road holding the hands and moving around. So these are the things we need to think twice, because don't expect this kind of behavior as you're going ahead, because this is the first step or stage of relationship. We call it as honeymoon period of relationship. So this is just, don't fall for it, it's just a surface. This will change. One more point I want to add here is, the partner or the person whom you are dating can avoid any difficult conversations like family planning, or what is the scope of career, if there is a change of place, change of workplace, or anything, or any financial security. So all these things will be avoided. So these things we need to be a little careful and cautious, and you need to be cautious, because this is the world where you can expect n number of cheating. The more you are cheated, you are a victim or a person with a lot of scars. So that is more hurting to you. What is your take on this?
So if someone who is dating, who's watching us, might be dating, so one of the things that I feel, couple of things that I would like to speak about, is one of the reasons why you date should never be sympathy.
Right.
A lot of people are like, guys have this problem, they get into relationship with girls just because they had a problem, just because they went through something.
Right.
So what happens is they kind of try to solve their problems by dating them, and then end up becoming a problem for them.
Right.
So what your reason of dating that person should never be sympathy.
Right.
That is why I say intentions of why you date a person. Why? Think thrice. I would say think 10 to 15 times before getting into date.
Right.
10. Think. Because it doesn't cost you to think, but it costs when you get into a relationship.
Right.
As you said, a lot of people have baggages. A lot of people have, they during the honeymoon phase of time they have really great gestures and everything, but during the long run things go wild. And one thing is, if you are dating someone, your reason should not be sympathy. The second thing that I would like to say is, a lot of people, they build up unhealthy habits. If
Right.
they're dating someone, for example, a guy is dating, he has kind of an addiction, and the girl automatically tends to do that. And he, one time, second time, and then by the time it's a long process, they both are almost into the same level.
Yes.
So your dating, if it's giving you unhealthy habits, where your family is being affected, where your friendship, one of the key things that your friends and your family should be happy on whom you are dating.
Right.
Sometimes, see, happy and not understanding are two different things. Your family might not understand him, but if just because he doesn't look good or satisfactory, there are times when you're unable to convince your families. As you said, parental blessing, those are important factors. So what I think is, when you have unhealthy habits getting inside yours, your family affects and everything. So this is the second thing that I would like to say. The third thing why you shouldn't date, or some things that you need to take care is, your reason of dating should not be physical intimacy or sexual compatibility.
Absolutely true.
Because our millennial generation has a problem because of the so-called social media culture, because of the so-called exposing culture, wherein nakedness or nudity is a very normal thing.
Right.
So because of that, people tend to, in this generation, it is very, very uncool to be, what we say, showing off your body.
Right.
Or being sexually inactive is being uncool. It's comparatively, it's like, a taboo kind of a thing. You need to kind of show off, so your dating reason should never be physical intimacy.
Right.
Because if that is your reason, for a long run you can't keep that. When reality will hit you, it won't be always lovey-dovey.
Right.
Sometimes things like career and all those matter. So these are a few things that I feel are really important, if someone isn't dating should look upon, or if he's in that circle.
Very good point, Renith. So, what is your take on going for a date?
So going for a date I would say it has to be based on boundaries.
Right, exactly.
Boundaries it's like you cannot drive a car if it doesn't have brakes.
Right.
Just because you have an accelerator, just because you have an horn, you need to have brakes. So in the same way, dating requires brakes. So then you would ask, are you for dating? As a Christian, knowing a person is good. Your intentions should be good. There are a lot of boundaries. Then you can say dating is good. If you ask me one-liners, I will say no. But if your only solemn reason is to know that person, then only it is okay.
Right.
Then only. But a lot of times our initial intentions are really nice.
Yes.
But during the later course of time, see, Bible says we need to conquer our flesh.
Right.
Our fleshly desires.
Right.
What is fleshly desires? Is when you sit with an opposite gender, you shouldn't feel that sexual urge.
Right.
Because then that origin of love disappears.
Correct.
So as I said, one thing that a lot of people go for dating is they don't love themselves. They want love.
Right.
Can you give me? Or this person can give, or this person will give, or that person will give. So they end up getting into dating with hundreds of guys and hundreds of girls. So what I believe dating is finding that right person just to know whether he is right for me.
Right.
Putting all the boundaries of sexual, physical intimacy, emotional boundaries. You shouldn't be, dependent on that person,
Right.
but know that person. This is what I feel. What's your take?
As you said, dating should have its own boundaries. But I'm no one to critic anyone those who are in dating that it's wrong. It's everyone's personal choice. Bible says it's wrong. But when you're engaged to know your spouse or fiancé better, spending time together will help you.
True.
But it should not end up in physical intimacy.
True.
That we need to be taken care. And one more point I would like to emphasize is the space between the two people.
True.
If you are into the intimate space, since we are of opposite gender, the flesh speaks.
Yeah.
That is the instinct what is there inside the body. See, we have 3 egos. We have an id ego and a superego.
Yeah.
So it is the basic character where a child speaks. So the sexual urge is one of the basic need of our body, like the food, water or air, according to Maslow's law. So one of the need of it is sexual satisfaction, and it always wants to have a sexual satisfaction, whereas our superego controls it.
True.
So this science also helps us to understand we cannot behave like uncultured or childish when you reach an age of dating, where we need to show the maturity. We need to understand that the other partner is actually evaluating or assessing me, and I need to take that part little serious note so that I'll be in a better picture tomorrow if I'm a spouse of that particular person. So I think these are some of the points we need to be taken care while we talk about dating.
Yeah.
It's not the concept dating I'm promoting, but it's better to speak that knowing the person, each other, once you're sure that you're heading towards marriage.
True. That is the basic criteria.
Correct.
See, as our brain is, if it says that it gets into interaction the moment I think about you.
Right.
I don't have to see you to interact with you.
Correct.
So a lot of people, they think that if I am around you only I can know you. That's wrong.
Right.
I can be far away and yet know you.
Right.
See, being a Christian, so we have a thing called prayer. When you
Right.
pray to God, He speaks to you.
Right.
So if someone is watching is a Christian and want to date someone, I would say ask God, sit in prayer and ask God, give me a confirmation, give me a sign of is that person right for me.
Correct.
See, if you are really, really meant to be each other, you will have a divine peace. A lot of time there is a rush. That's a rush. Oh, is he, or will he, or will he? So there is a rush. So how do you understand that that person is right? Other than dating, is divine peace.
Correct.
Divine peace and a divine rest. Where when you meet that person for the first time, you feel, oh, it's okay.
Right.
You don't want to escalate things. You would take it's like not an escalator but a ladder. You take step by step, which comes into alignment.
Right. So I think we have justified this topic in a better way. Those who are listening to this topic, we are not against the concept of dating, but as counselors as well as spiritual leaders, we are explaining what is dating and what is the purpose of dating, because since the social media is projecting dating in a very high manner, all the youngsters, I would say 98% of the youngsters is into dating, or they have a desire to go for dating without knowing what is dating.
True.
So I would like to protect you from any kind of harm or the trap that you can be get into where you can be going to a depressive episode or any other further catastrophe. So may God bless you, and let it be a blessing for all of you to understand and move ahead in life. Thank you.